All right, back on 65. We're gonna try to fix this rust problem we have here. I got some panels for it, and obviously I'm not gonna weld the entire panel on there. So I made like straightest line I possibly could, and we're gonna try to cut it. Never done this before, so we're gonna try our best. And then when I have that cut, I'm gonna come back here. It's right around here where I made that line, which is where the rust pretty much stops. And then we're gonna sand it and tack it in, and then we're gonna see if we can't try to figure out what color this is and paint match it so it doesn't look out of place. So yeah. Okay, made our first cut. So now what we're gonna do is just fit it up here best we can, make a line across, and then cut that out of the body. Make sure we have enough space because the cutting blade is about 1/8 of an inch difference, and 1/8 of an inch can make a lot of difference when it's trying to line up some body parts. So try to get that done too. All right, so that was a little more messy than I would like it to be, but I cut an outline of that, and I try to keep this backing bracket, but there's a little, it's still like rusted, so I'm gonna try to clean it up best I can, get rid of more of these parts. If you're doing this, I would recommend taking the whole fender off because it was really hard to avoid cutting the door, which the door is also rusted, so I'll have to do something about that, but I have no idea yet. So we're gonna clean this up and then try to dry fit it and maybe tack it in place. Okay, so the fitment's up. The body line's a little off, so I'll have to work that out because it's a little thicker than the actual body panel is. So I'm not sure what we're gonna do there yet, but waiting on a welder, we're gonna tack it in place, and then we'll work with a grinder. And I guess we can work on the other side while we wait. This side's rust isn't as bad. I mean, it's still pretty bad, but there's also dents all the way up here. So I think we're gonna make our cut like up here, farther up on here. Because I mean, this covers a lot, although I don't need it to cover a lot. I'm gonna see what we can work out here. Decided I'm just gonna use the full piece of metal, so we're fitting it up right now. It's kind of rusty down there, so I'm gonna have to fix that, see if I can't clean it up and fix it, but I'm gonna try my best to use this replacement metal and not just buy a whole new fender. But these doors are rusty as well. You can kind of see that it is starting to poke through. So I don't know if I should just buy new doors. I like these doors. Should I try to save them? I don't know. If I buy new doors, it's not a massive deal because this is going to be kind of a mismatched truck anyway, because we're going to have to get a new bed. I do like this bed, but it doesn't look like it, but it is a short bed. And, well, at least I think it's a short bed. Hold on here. I'm going to verify. Maybe it is a long bed. This is 6 feet right here. That's all the tape measure goes to. And we're about to the end of the wheel well. And I know short beds are 6 feet, or around 6 feet. And long beds are 8 feet. Not entirely sure. When I bought it, they said it was a short bed, but looking at it more, it seems like a long bed. I don't know. I'll look more into it, but we're definitely gonna put a regular size bed on it. So it's gonna be a little mismatched anyway, so I wouldn't mind putting different doors on that maybe not match. It's not that big of a deal, but it is still kind of one of those things. I would like to try my hardest to keep the doors that are on it, but if we have to replace them, we have to. It's not a massive deal. But I don't think I made an update on these, but we did paint the grill, bumper, those trim lights for the blinkers. We painted the emblems, the mirrors, handles, and then the gas cap, which I'm going to try to reuse. But on the other bed, we're going to get a different bed, I think. This one's just, I don't know. I don't like it that much. We're going to get a different bed, just a regular size bed. Not sure it's going to be step side or not, but we are going to be painting the tail bumper, or rear bumper, tail light bezels, or trim pieces, and then other miscellaneous trim pieces. This semi-gloss black, which I really like. And then we're going to try to find some black rims to go with it to match, and I think it's going to look really trip. So come back to you guys. We're gonna have these pieces tacked in, and then we can start prepping for paint, because I would like to try to make it seem like that we never did it to begin with. If I can. If I can't, it's not a massive deal, but I would like to try my best to make it seem like it's just that way. Okay, so I got some tires off of Marketplace. I had to make a run for them, and we're fitting them on right now. I know it's kind of random, but I just seen the Marketplace listing. They're like brand new tires for like $600, so I really couldn't pass it up, and they're pretty near what I was wanting to get anyway, so we're fitting them up right now, and so far I really like that. So I'm gonna give you guys an update. They're just like sitting there, they're not on there. I'm gonna update you guys when I have them completely on with lugs. All right, so I got all the tires on, and I kind of like them. We're gonna be putting them on a different frame, so don't worry about it rubbing or something, but they look really nice compared to the last ones that were out here. So all around, I think they look pretty good, so I'm gonna keep them. But like I said, we're gonna be putting them on a different frame and different levels, so don't worry about it like rubbing or anything like that. Otherwise, the truck's looking really good so far. All right, so it's the next day. I did get these tires on last night, cleaned them up a little bit, just put some degreaser on them. Still figuring out what frame, because if I can keep this box, that'd be a better option. Because I kind of do dig this look with the tires and whatnot. Maybe a little bit lift, but trying to find a frame that will fit it, like a newer one, like an 04 to 06 GM frame, so that I can put a Duramax in it. A little cut into that. It's 127 inches from the center to center, and I'm looking for a frame that's gonna fit 127 inch wheelbase for a 7-foot bed. We measured at Tahoe, and it was slightly too small. Well, not really slightly, but a little way too small. And according to the internet, a single cab long bed GM truck is 133 inches from center to center wheelbase, which is 6 inches too long. Again, according to the internet, I don't know for sure. I didn't measure it in person, but then a single cab short bed is 119, which is almost 8 inches too short. So that's what I mean by we're trying to find a frame that will fit. That wouldn't be too hard to put a Duramax in, because this frame, no offense to back in the day, people, but this frame is too thin. It wouldn't hold up. Even if we boxed it, the rear end would grenade itself almost immediately. And it's just a little too much work to do on, you know, the driveway. So we're just going to find a frame that's going to fit a Duramax, and then also fit this wheelbase so that we can keep the bed. 'Cause ideally, I'd like to keep the bed. If not, we'll just change it over to a long bed. But try to see if like I don't know if a Suburban maybe is 127 inch wheelbase, or maybe the internet is wrong and it is 127 inch wheelbase for a single cab long bed. But I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. But I'm having troubles because this is a 7-foot box, I believe. Not a 6, not an 8, but a 7-foot. So they don't really make any trucks anymore that are single cab 7-foot boxes. So not quite sure what we're gonna figure out there. Still waiting on a welder. Do have all the pieces cut, ready to go, but we're just waiting on a welder to show up. So yeah, this might be a wrap for the weekend, because I'm running out of time and the welder's not here yet, so might have to wait until next weekend. But as an update for you guys for the 65, I guess I'm gonna try to get rid of these tires as well while I'm waiting for a frame. If you're in the Southern California area and want these tires, let me know. There's some numbers for you. There's 16-inch rims, and then there's just Cooper tires. I mean, they're not terrible. I'm not gonna advertise them, but if you want them, I think maybe they'll fit your truck, hit me up. Other than that, this will have to wait till next weekend for me to make any more progress. So yeah,